Wind today, the cold out there, kind of painful.
Yeah.
Not that severe, but enough to get on your nerves.
At least we had the sun today, right?
I know, nice to see that. Lonnie Quinn has been talking about that and many other things as we look ahead to the weekend, too. Lonnie, what's going on?
Yeah, it's looking like the weekend's going to cooperate, I think, pretty nicely. Now, it's not perfect. I think there will be a few more clouds at times overhead, but for the most part, I'd say more sun than clouds and temperatures back where we want them to be. You know, say 60 degrees or above for high temperatures. So that's not so bad. Let me show you guys how I sort of see things working out as far as what's going to be transpiring and what we're going to be talking about over the next couple of minutes. The first thing, those gusty winds, and this has been really the most noteworthy thing about this day today, those winds and how strong they've been blowing. At times, Central Park had gusts over 30 miles per hour. It's going to be a milder Saturday and Sunday, so that looks pretty good for the weekend. And as far as any wet weather, you could see a spot of rain here or there. I think it's more so on Sunday later in the day. I think your daytime hours for the weekend are pretty good. But those gusty winds, even right now, and they've backed down a little bit, out of the northwest, and they're blowing at like around 16 miles per hour. And that's enough to sort of like, you know, take your atmosphere and just shake it up out there. And that's why it's been feeling a little rough at times and why any live camera shots I've been showing you have been kind of shaky. So let's forego the live camera shots. Let's go over and start talking what the radar picture is serving up, because this is a pretty good-looking story right there. I mean, kind of clean and green in our area, at least. I mean, if you take a peek at how things are working out, we've got some high, thin clouds out there. For the most part, it's a mostly clear sky. The wet weather that we dealt with yesterday, all associated with a low-pressure system, pretty easy to see, right? I mean, this is it, right there. Snow falling up around Sugarloaf up in Maine. The ski areas are loving this sort of thing. But when you look at the high pressure that's been in control, you know, especially for the second half of this day today, it'll be in control for the weekend as well. Well, clockwise rotation and counterclockwise rotation. That pressure gradient between these two tightens up, and that's what creates the wind, and that's what we've been dealing with today. Well, for tomorrow, the distance between these two is going to spread out a little bit more, and in fact, this low pressure will weaken a bit as well. So it's going to still be windy out there, not going to be as bad as what you had today. Then, when you look at for your weekend, this wet weather is associated with another low pressure system, and this is really staying north of our area. I do think it's going to push a few extra clouds into the area, yeah, like sun and cloud mix. But for the most part, you get the benefit of the milder air on the southern side of that low. So you are looking at temperatures in the 60s, and dare I say, some of you could make a run at the 70s this weekend. Then by the time we get to Sunday late, this is your chance for a little bit of wet weather that right now is way out around Idaho. So we'll keep an eye on that one for you as well. Let me show you how the weekend works out. Saturday, a milder touch at 64. Sunday, 66. I still think it's a sun and cloud mix during your daytime hours, but there's going to be that PM chance for a bit of wet weather. And then your Halloween, I'm calling it some creepy sunshine, 57. Trick-or-treaters, upper 40s, maybe some lower 50s out there, but the skies cooperating. Here now is the extended forecast. Lots of good stuff, I think, to talk about here, because when you consider this time of the year, pretty nice looking fall forecast. 64 for tomorrow, 66 on Sunday. We talked about how late Sunday could be a little bit of rain. Then you get to your Halloween on Monday. That looks pretty nice out there with a high of 57. Tuesday, 61. Wednesday, 67. Boy, that's going to feel nice. Thursday, 64. Friday, about 64 degrees. And, you know, as far as these rain chances I'm talking about for Sunday, it doesn't look like too much. We got much yesterday. Yeah. I mean, we were, you know, closing on 2 inches in some spots. So we brought the deficit down, but remember, the deficit was over 9 inches. So now we're like, you know,
maybe
just like
we'll get
more
some snow over the winter.
Look at you talking over there.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right, thanks, Lonnie. Coming up next.